Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here.
Sigma. I've suspected as much ever since Vile.
Sigma.
Whoever's behind it, they were most certainly after Lumine and the orbital elevator. There are some dark forces at work behind the scenes here. I'll continue my analysis.
I hope you uncover something. By the way, I noticed a Reploid copying Sigma's body back at the orbital elevator. Could that be connected in
You
some way
noticed
to them going
it,
Maverick?
that happened in the intro.
Theoretically, there's no danger in copying others' bodies. X, you fought Sigma bodies before, so you know how tough their design is.
Why are we just talking about this plot point when it happened in the intro? Anyways. We have a couple places to go back to before going to our stage today. Don't worry, the stage today isn't going to be quite as long, but we will have some side stuff to do. So we're going to take X and Axel. We're going to turn navigation off because we don't need that. And I'm just going to meet you here where we can get... we'll use X's weapon, the Melt Creeper. As such a weirdly named weapon.
X, I thought something like this might happen someday, so I've prepared parts for you. This time, I want you to try out Body Parts I. If you equip this, you will take half the damage you normally would. Equip this new ability and board the capsule, X.
Alright, Body Parts I. It takes half damage, and also most attacks will leave your... any damage you take will be left in the red. And I'm going to obviously take this moment to grind some metals since we were there, as we'll go through that at least once before warping back. So any damage we take as X is pretty much now all just going to show up as red damage, meaning we can tag out and he can recover pretty much all his health. I mean, there's a few certain attacks or big hits he'll take in the game. Not that I want him to take big hits, but big hits that he could take that would still knock some of his health permanently down and not just being in the red where it could recover. Alright, with... oh no, wait. The rest of the stuff's going to come after we go to this level. Yeah, we're finally going to Gravity Antonian. And we're going to take... oh, I bought a prickle barrier. We're going to need that. We're going to take X and 0. And yeah, we'll take Pallet. So this was a stage that I mentioned earlier when we went to Bamboo Pandemonium. Bamboo Pandemonium, oh my gosh.
Switches in this facility that changes gravitational pull. Be careful of falling objects when you change the gravitational direction.
Yeah, it's very easy to get crushed and die instantly in this stage, but other than that, this isn't that difficult of a stage. It's a pretty unique and fun stage. So these red buttons, they will flip the room 180 degrees. Green switches, which we haven't seen any yet, they will flip the room... I did not mean to flip there! Oh my gosh. Yeah, those are spikes up there, and I did not want to use my prickle barrier. You do have a moment in time where, after flipping, you can react to stuff, which is good. Otherwise, we would have lost the barrier there. But this is the place I mentioned for having a difficult mini-boss, and one common strategy is to go here third when you will guarantee having Vile as your mini-boss fight, so you can avoid the actual mini-boss of the stage. Here I could press the switch and just kill everything, but I like blowing stuff up with my own weapons. Yeah, there were spikes on that side of things. The music in this stage feels very appropriate as well. Here's where we introduce the green switches. Now, if you press that switch a second time, all those blocks are going to fall down, and you're actually going to be trapped in there. And then you press the green switch a third time and get crushed. You will instantly die if one of those blocks is underneath you and lands on top of you. Here, there's a multitude of ways to cheese this. We don't technically need the Deglaive, but we're going to use it anyways. You can reach those enemies with just the Z-Saber, and you don't even need to do that. You can crush them with the green switch. If you do accidentally press the red switch there first, you can still dash out of it in time. I have done that before on one of my practice runs. Here, just hold to the right after you flip. This is just kind of a bonus room. You can just stand here and let this thing carry you all the way through automatically. I don't necessarily care to do that. In here, we do have, as soon as I kill everything, we do have a bonus to pick up. Yeah, you can see it up there. You need Zero's double jump. This is another stage that really feels like it was meant for Zero. But it seems like, okay, we put in the effort to get here, but there's nothing here. Which means, yes, it is crystal wall time. Charge it up, and there's a rare medal. And now we are at the dreaded mini-boss, and you'll see quickly why it's considered a dreaded mini-boss. There is very limited space in dodging this stuff. Because if you even come within breathing vicinity of those spikes, you get killed. And of course, if you get crushed, you also get killed. But it seems pretty tame thus far, right? Well, that's a problem. Look at that, that is insane. Okay, that was an intentional death because I wanted you guys to react to that as if, because maybe you haven't played this game before and you didn't know that was coming, because your first time playing this game, I guarantee you will have a how the heck am I supposed to deal with this reaction? Because that's the reaction I had. But in order to mimic that, I needed to take a death there. So you can then see everything going back and forth, and yeah. But there is a trick to it. And I didn't want to show you the trick right away because that would take away some of that feeling. Especially if you haven't actually seen this game before, so I did not necessarily mean to hit that, but it worked out anyways. Make our way up here and hit the guy. Didn't have enough length on the Z-Saber. Okay. I mean, there is a chance we could randomly run into Vile, and I was really hoping not to because I wanted to show how to do this properly. Okay, so the strategy is when it comes down the second time here, you want to be over on the right side. Well, that's step one. Now, yeah, we did not move over fast. Okay, that is not how you do that. We'll do it properly this time. I forgot. Do I cut or... I don't remember if I cut to the... It doesn't look like I'm cutting. No, wait, I'm cutting. Are we cutting? We're cut. It took a moment. All right. This time, let's do things properly. Yeah, I did not intend to take that last death. It just kind of happened. I was clinging to the wall too long. And so this sequence does look nigh impossible to contend with, but here's how you contend with it. Just stay down on the bottom and walk back and forth between these two. All these blocks will continually go at the same pace. So you can just casually walk between these two as they give you plenty of room. And that's the trick to that. So I wanted to show that off. Yeah, what happened in my test run is I fought Vile there, and then I ended up getting a game over, so then I didn't find Vile there the next time. So I had to figure out how to contend with that thing, and I figured, well, I might as well incorporate that into this LP. Alright, now here's where I got the Prickle Barrier. You can use that electric dash, but it's very finicky there as to if you can actually get as far as you need to get past the spikes. It is possible to do. I did that off camera, but I took a couple game overs just trying to do that. And we're completing our Icarus armor now. So that's awesome. Yeah, you always say that. Now, without the Prickle Barrier, it's really difficult to get through here, or without Axel. Axel would get you through here easily, but yeah, although I suppose I could push the green switch again. You can also hit all three of them with your Z-Saber. This didn't work the first time. I suppose I could push the green switch again and dash out of there. And then fall downwards and then do a dash. That'd be an option too. I don't know, in my opinion, the fall speed is way too quickly to try and do something like that accurately. So yeah, I just decided to buy a Prickle Barrier and get through and get the helmet upgrade that way. But there's multiple ways you could potentially get it. I mentioned Axel, but I wanted Zero because, well, Zero makes dealing with that mini-boss section much easier with the double jump. And Zero's double jump is also pretty good throughout this stage in general. Like I said, this stage was kind of built for Zero. Alright, now we need to get up this... Oh, hey, that's not what I was trying to do. There we go. And there's another rare metal up there. Just be careful.
That's a rare metal. When you get back
Yeah, get back to the hunter base, make a chip. We know. I don't want to flip. But we can also comfortably walk on top of these cubes, and double jump can help us get that without dying. That one we can also get with the double jump, and we have to go down here. There's our exit. And that was a face full of spikes. Again, not what I was trying to do. I bought all those retry chips for Burn Rooster, and now I'm using them here. No, I gotta hit this again. And it's not gonna let me get to that one. Yeah, of course not. That would be too convenient. Yeah, break the shield on those guys, and then Zero's single slash can take out all three. Kinda neat. Like I said, set up for Zero. And down here we can pick up another purple and 2 red metals. That's a lot of metals. Yeah, just avoid that whole midsection by going the path that gives you metals. Okay, here, we flip here. And all I need to do... Oh, there's even more metals up here. You know what, I'm not going to risk that. We've taken too many deaths already. And we just have another enemy section. This time we're heading downward, so it's a little bit more difficult to deal with stuff. The deglaive with Zero would be really useful here, if I decided to use Zero through that section. I was giving him a rest. And we're at the boss.
Warning. Warning.
Did Sigma make you go Maverick?
My master is not incorrect in his philosophy.
Yeah, this guy is supposed to be, like, really smart.
Defeated this world. He's evil.
And the thought that it is this world that is evil has never crossed your mind? Oh, forget it. If you get in my way, I'll destroy you.
I mean, there's good and evil in the world all the time. That doesn't mean you just destroy everything. Oh, hi there. Yeah, we took a little damage. Doesn't matter. Deglaive. Actually, this guy is weak to Dark Manus's weapon, which is that big spinning thing that we got. And there's the Squeeze Bomb. There to... well, doesn't really damage us. It just sucks up our projectile attacks, which is annoying. What in the world are you doing over there? You didn't have room there. Those blocks, if he throws them on you, will hurt. Oh, okay, so that's what that does. I've really kind of had enough of you. Oh, we're actually going to swap to X here, because with his armor preventing half damage. This does get pretty chaotic, but again, at this point in the game, we have so much health and so much armor, it really just, it doesn't matter. Look how much damage we didn't take from this guy. And ta-da! That should also be everything in the stage. Now, this is the weapon I was referring to that, like, really pierces shields. Axel's version of the weapon will go through walls as well, if that's something you need to do. It can be useful at times. And we got 0 chips. Well, let's go get those. There's actually 2 more alternative weapons, which you're not going to see a whole lot of, because the B fan means I'm not the biggest fan of that. That's what that stands for. Though with the K-Knuckle, we can punch stuff in the face.
Zero looked awfully down in the dumps.
We'll do that at some point.
Oh, are you worried about him, Lair?
No, not really. As an operator, I'm just concerned about the overall welfare of the team. That's all.
Zero's been used before by Sigma to create a virus. He's upset that his data was used in an attempt to destroy the world.
Oh, issues with
Oh my.
plot, overarching plot. So,
You shouldn't blame
talking
himself.
about this
The problem's
chronologically,
already been solved anyway. It seems Sigma may be involved in this new threat as well. Zero wants to take care of him for good this time.
so we're acknowledging the events of Mega Man X5 here, which means, chronologically speaking, X7 and X8 have to take place after X5. Well, X6 has to take place after X5, because that's how you get Zero back. The problem with this is, at the end of X6, Zero sealed himself away in a capsule. Oh, plot holes. Okay, here's the T-Breaker. And we use that smash we just got from Gravity Antonian. I'm gonna smash the thing. There we go. So, here's, in my opinion, how we're going to reconcile the Mega Man X timeline. X7 and X8 take place after the events of X6, but before the scene where Zero seals himself in a capsule for 100 years. So basically, that scene at the end of X6 takes place after X7 and X8. And X7 and X8 take place in the middle of X6 after all those other events, but before the final scene. My goodness. Can we make the plot more convoluted and more unexplained? I should not ask that. Because the answer to that is it's going to be yes. With our helmet upgrade, we can now bust through there. Yeah, we can get that upgrade. Oh, it's a disc for Axel, because it's purple. Let's see what we get for him. I believe it is his... Oh, it's his shock absorber. Okay. Well, with that, I will see you guys next time.